Get the sauce.
What's up, everyone? Long time no see. I'm sure most of you, we were just hanging out about 3.5 hours ago. Cardinals was the move, huh, Toast? I wonder if Toast bet that. He was talking about it. Someone says your conspiracy theory was right. No, dude, I was just I was throwing that out there. That was not meant to be taken seriously. I was just saying, like, can you see it happen? I wasn't saying any weirdo flat earth Illuminati, nothing like that. I don't even want to be associated. What's up, Chris? Yep. Everyone's saying everyone. I commented my conspiracy theory about the Wolves came true.
Hey, people love conspiracy theories.
They do. And like, I understand, like, the content is addicting. Like, you put it on, you listen. It's just like the people that go too far with it. It's like, dude, I can only.
But the other thing, Cal, that you said that maybe holds a little more weight, which is what you started with of Dallas not making every shot and shooting 50% from the field also happened.
But now it's swung almost too far the other way now because Minnesota shot 46%. I actually was I'm making a video for Game 5, and I was actually just making the graphics for it, and it's a tough call to make. I think I'm going to go. I'm not finished yet. I'm only about halfway, but I think I'm going to go Dallas to finish it out, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too. The line's getting bigger, though. I saw it open at like 5. It's up to like 5.5 or 4.5, something like that. But if we expect some regression to happen, it's definitely for Kyrie not to shoot so poorly from the field. And Karl Anthony Towns to go back to shooting poorly, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ski has joined us.
What up, Ski?
What up?
Yep.
We're
good. I can hear you.
Live over here.
Yeah. We got 3 WNBA games, and I'm going to tell you guys on some stuff because I don't know a damn thing other than I won't bet the Seattle Storm.
You won yesterday, right?
With WNBA? I think I might have said I'm going to tail and not actually tailed, if I'm being honest. I don't think I actually placed a WNBA bet. I'm trying to think.
Cal, you gotta get off your sky.
The Sparks, right. No, I didn't bet it. Damn it. They won outright, didn't they?
Yeah, easy too.
Yeah. You had the first half, Chris had the full game, right? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 3 WNBA games. First one, Atlanta Dream on the road to play the Mystics. Who Mystics, one of the bottom teams in the league, right?
Only team that hasn't won a game yet.
Ooh, stings. Do they win their first one here?
Go ahead, Ski.
I'm not sure if they'll win their first game, but I do think you'll get a great effort from them just because, just like we saw the Fever, they were fighting tooth and nail to get their first win. You're going to see the same thing from the Mystics, and I at least know that Shakira Austin's going to be in there, or at least she's likely. So looking at that, I'm looking at this year, but in general, the past few years, Mystics have been a team that gets out early and then, does a little bit, doesn't do as good in the second half. That's what I'll say. And I look at this year, it's been the same. They're 4-2 in the first half ATS. In the Dream, they haven't covered one game in the first half. So, like Chris mentioned, the winless Mystics are going to come out hungry, and I like them for that first half. I think you take them plus 125.
Oh, so money line. All right, cool. So we got Mystics first half money line plus 125. All right, Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like it. If you want the Mystics, a team that they're not whole. No Elena Delle Donne this season. Brittany Sykes is still out. They do get Shakira Austin back in the spot, but it really just hasn't been sustainable. They play really, really hard. It's just not sustainable for a full game. And to Ski's point, they're -8 in net rating in the second half. They're only averaging 36 points, shooting 38% from the field, 25% from the three-point line, which is all of those numbers are pretty much the worst across the W. So if you want the Mystics, you definitely want to take them early. I think Atlanta coming off a really bad loss against the Lynx when they, were at the Lynx were at the rest disadvantage. favor a nice bounce back spot. We've seen this Atlanta team go on the road and beat the Sparks, and I would venture out and say the Sparks are better than the Mystics. So I do think Atlanta can win the game. Not big into laying the point spread with them, just because Tanisha Wright, like sometimes they can't be trusted, but they are a second half team, and I do expect them to be able to win the game. So if I'm playing, I'm taking them on the money line here. I think you can get it like -140. I see it's the best line right now. Atlanta Dream money line, thinking that they do win the game and that the Sparks still remain winless.
So, well, not really on opposite sides here. Ski's taking
right.
to the first half, Mystics first half money line. Chris taking the Dream money line of -140.
You could probably find one of those juicy halftime full times.
Yeah, one of those double results.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that happening.
Our poll is on Atlanta. 56% of our viewers said they would lay the 3 with the Dream. Just 28% said they would take the 3 with the Mystics. So seems like most of our viewers are going to be playing the Dream. Let's move on to game number 2. 14. Phoenix is on the road in New York. This graphic was originally set at 14.5. I changed it to 14, which means dropped a half point. Brittany Griner still out for the Mercury?
Yep.
Is she out like a while, extended time?
I saw the walking boot Komolski. I saw like it wasn't yesterday's game. It was the game that they played over the weekend. It said she was actually out the walking boot.
When she's active, is she top 5 player in the league?
Defensively and offense, yeah. She has a tremendous impact. I think to me,
NBA comparison, go. Go Bear.
No.
Hell no.
She's better offensively than him.
She's better. Okay, 100%. I don't know. I'm asking. No,
100%. Like, she's a big difference maker for this Phoenix team. Like, she'll be able to clean up their defense.
Like Tim Duncan.
Rim, and she can back them down and score. She can shoot. She can do it.
Tim Duncan.
Who would that comparison?
Duncan is a great. So I
not Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan around.
How about Antonio McDice?
Nah, that's disrespectful right there.
I don't know her. I've never watched her play. I'm throwing names out there. What about Oluwakendi?
Can we get a today's comparison? She's like,
today's comparison. All right.
Let's see. She's like, all right, name a big that has
Miles Turner.
No, because you can't shoot.
She's better.
Yeah, she's better than Miles Turner too.
Someone said Chris Bosh in the chat.
No. Hell no.
Absolutely not.
I can't
She's
think
unique,
of
man. I don't know.
What about Jermaine O'Neal?
No, I would say like a poor woman's Joel Embiid. Like
the MVP. Oh, just the MVP.
Yeah, but like
she's good as shit then.
Yeah, you gotta take it down just like a
notch or two. Poor. I said poor,
yeah,
like 2, yeah. Imagine Embiid like first year in the NBA. There you go.
A rookie Embiid.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Wow. And she's injury prone. She fits the mold. Is she questionable a lot? Because this is spot on. All right.
She missed a long time, so.
Yeah, she
Someone
did.
said she's like Wemby. Hairston. Not Wemby?
Nah. I mean, the size, she is like towering over most WNBA players. I would agree with that.
All right. So anyway, we got Phoenix at New York here. The line's 14. New York Liberty just 1-5 against the spread, if my graphic's correct, which I'm assuming it is. Do you lay 14 points with a team that's just 1-5 against the number?
I won't, but I just don't trust the Liberty for a full 40 minutes. They've shown they can play early, and I think that's what we can expect from this one. This is really a spot play first. Like, you got the Liberty on a back-to-back. You got the Mercury on a back-to-back. You have the Liberty with a couple of days off back-to-back losses. So they should be focused, hungry to come out with a win here. And they've had, 3 days to work on whatever's been going wrong and get ready for this game. So I think you'll get a really good effort from them. And like we just talked about, there's no Brittany Griner down there. John Quell and Stewie, they should both eat, whichever one it is, if not both. So I think the Liberty can really name their number. If you can bet, like, if you have first quarter team totals or first half team totals available, that's probably a good way to go. But just in general, I expect them to come out early. So first quarter Liberty, first half Liberty are the ways that I like this game.
Liberty first quarter, Liberty first half. Some of the comments, people are saying she's like Draymond Green. Someone said Bol Bol.
Oh my god.
All right, Chris. Do you also like the Liberty early?
Yes, absolutely. Ski pretty much just read off my notes. If you like the Liberty, it's been a trend for a very long time now. You just back them off a loss. You back them. Now they're coming off 2 losses. I think they're gonna be super fit, just focused and locked in here. Also, Rebecca Allen got ruled out. She didn't play yesterday due to a concussion, and I think Sugg Sutton, who also didn't play yesterday, she's listed as questionable. But in my opinion, the Liberty, they're coming off 2 straight losses, and a lot of that has to do with Jacko Jones, who's their center. She's really, really good. And in my opinion, the Sky, who they just lost to, and the Lynx also have really big bodies to throw at Jacko Jones. She got in foul trouble in both of those games, ended up with 5 fouls and had single-digit points. I expect her to be able to do whatever it is that she wants to do. If anybody watched the Mercury play last night against the Connecticut Sun, it was Bree Jones. She had a monster game yesterday, and Jacko is better than Bree Jones. So I think Jacko gets back on track today. Ski mentioned the rest advantage here. The Liberty, they don't tend to cover full games, but for whatever first quarter, I think their first quarter margin, even after losing the last game to the Sky outright at home specifically, it's still like +8 in the first quarter. So first quarter team total over 23.5, 24.5, and first half team total over as well. The Mercury played the second fastest pace. The Liberty, they don't mind playing fast. They played their top 5 as well. And Liberty also the 3rd rated offense in the first quarter. So I think Liberty early, just because you expect them to be super focused. So
can you read
here.
off those bets again so I can make sure?
Yeah, so Liberty first half team total over should be 47.5. Okay. The first quarter team total over 23.5 if you want to stay away from the spread. But also, I think the spread, I know Ski talked about it on his show earlier, 4.5 is typically a big number in the NBA, but in the WNBA, you see the really good teams just come out and, do what they're supposed to do early and take care of business. And then they typically don't play as much in the second half, which is why I think Ski would agree. You kind of avoid the second half, potential backdoor cover here.
All right, so Liberty early. Both you guys like it. You got some more comparisons for Griner in here. DeAndre Ayton.
She's better than Ayton.
What about, I got one. This doesn't come from the comments. Giannis.
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Plays nothing like Giannis.
Yeah.
All right.
So think of a really good defender.
Giannis.
But not
shoot,
agile.
Giannis.
Not agile at all. Doesn't dribble.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah.
I didn't know she didn't dribble. Embiid can. No, I get it. I got it. So I guess
she's Embiid without the jump shot in his at Kansas. There you go.
Embiid without the jump shot. Got it. All right, so last
typing it in his notes right there.
Yeah, marking it down. Next game up. Oh, last WNBA game is we got the Aces on the road at Minnesota. Lynx 5-0 against the spread. Is that graphic correct?
It is.
So how do you not take them? Silence.
I took him. I was letting you go first.
I just cut the game in half and took them in the first half, and reason just the number that I was getting compared to the drop from the full game, like it opened 2.5, and I still was getting 2.5 when I was looking at it. And the Aces, they've yet to cover a first half so far, 0-4. Aces, just a team that, for as good as they are, still have a lot of great players. I think they're just missing a big component to their team, to their offense, and Chelsea Gray. So I think that's why we're seeing them not cover as many games. When she comes back, I might look to bet on them to start covering. But, without her and going up against a Lynx team who has been very good on the defensive end, and they've only lost one game too. So I looked at all their games. They would have covered a +2.5 first half margin on all of them. I think they stay in this game, and I think they got a chance to win this game versus the Aces. So I just took them first half +2.5.
Lynx first half +2.5, and I put Minnesota +4.5 up for Chris.
Yeah, I played this one last night, figuring that the line would go down. I actually opened at 6.5 when I was looking last night. I caught a 6. for the Liberty. I mean, for the Lynx here, and it's a lot of what Ski said. Not only have they been really, really good offensively, probably the best offensive team in the league, if not second, but their defense has also been, I think it's third in points allowed per 100 possessions throughout the first a couple games, and that 4-1 straight up record probably should be 5-0. Like the game that they lost was to the Connecticut Sun, that like still have not lost a game. They're still the only undefeated team in the W, and it was a I would call it a bogus foul that happened on Dewana Bonner got a foul on Nafisha Collier that probably shouldn't have been a foul, but regardless of all that, it's offense and defense for the Lynx. They're plus 10 in point differential. And I can't see a reason why they wouldn't continue to cover here. They just came off a really good win against the Atlanta Dream, and they won the second leg of a back-to-back. They blew the doors off the Dream in Atlanta on the second leg of a back-to-back. They've also, beat the New York Liberty, who, I would argue are playing, overall still playing really good basketball. And like I said, it's their defense. They're first in opponent three-point defense, allowing teams to make just less than 5 threes per game, first in opponent 3-point field goal percentage as well. And for the Aces, it's their first road game of the season. They are they're 3-1 straight up, but only 1-3 against the number so far. And the only cover that they have actually came against the Fever when the Fever won the second leg of a back-to-back after getting their first win against the Sparks, and it was a third game in 4 nights. So the Aces defense has been very unimpressive. They are allowing teams to shoot 42% from the 3-point line. So I think the Lynx will be able to take advantage there. And the Lynx just have a lot more depth. Like Ski mentioned Chelsea Gray not being there. But the Lynx, if you just go through and look at their bench, like they have so many key contributors on this team. So I also think that this is a game that they can win outright. Not thinking the Aces are going to just roll over because they are champions. But, without Chelsea Gray being there, and I saw Kirsten Bell also won't be a part of this game, I think the Lynx are definitely live here for sure.
You got more comparisons coming in from the comments. You got Brooke Lopez, Nurkic, Mutombo, Patrick Ewing.
Mutombo, see?
Nah.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen might not be bad.
Nah,
Someone goes.
she got some post game though, man.
Jared Allen got a little post game.
Anthony Davis.
Hell no.
Nah.
Someone goes Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Boom.
Brooke Lopez when he was on the Nets, he used to play in the post too.
He did.
A Nets Brooke Lopez. I still think he's the franchise's all-time leading scorer, by the way. Pretty sure.
Yeah. It could be. That could be it.
Yeah. Maybe so.
All right. So let's talk some MLB baseball. Make sure you give these two guys a follow. We appreciate them taking the time to come on. Let me clear Chris's name. You probably already follow these two guys and know who they are, but in case you don't, ChrisBeCappinn, Ski Profit, their Twitter names are right underneath them. They both do their own YouTube show. But Chris is early in the mornings and Ski's is about 2.5 hours before I do mine. So if you're looking for more sports betting content, there's a reason I keep asking them to come back on. They do a really good job. So make sure you give these guys a follow. Ski and Chris, talk to you guys soon.
I appreciate
you going Dallas tomorrow, Ski, or are you not revealing that yet?
I'm uncertain. I absolutely will not bet the Timberwolves. If I'm betting, it's Dallas.
I think I'm on
Otherwise,
Dallas
it's
too.
a total.
I didn't make the decision yet. I'm still doing it, but I think it's Dallas. But all right. Talk to you guys later tonight or tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you having me on, Kyle. Best of luck tonight, Ski, to the community. All right, Kyle.
Later. Yeah, I hear you. I should have listened to you on the Cardinals. I knew it, too.
Cards. My boy Payante Doubt.
So you're back on the Cards train now. You're a Cardinals fan now?
Cards. I don't think Payante's going to pitch good today. I don't think he's going to pitch good today. Absolute deal job.
Rob Beaver spreading his wings. He's really feeling that Cards win.
I mean, my other two that are going right now don't look great, so I got to celebrate something.
The only bet I have open right now is Giants. They're down 2-0. But don't worry, the fish are gonna win. So, oh wait, that game probably started. Marlins, right?
It did.
It did.
Oh, 0-0. Marlins had 2 hits in the top 1. It didn't score. All right, fish. I told Matt Modi 4:30. By the way, guys.
What time is it? 21. Gotcha.
Only 9 minutes.
I don't think the Giants are dead just yet. Getting out of that second.
Oh no, I'm not sweating it with just 2 run. What are we in the 6th inning?
Third.
Oh, I thought the game started. When was the start
After.
time on that?
3:45, I believe.
I thought it was a
4:10.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm
Plenty
really
of time.
glad I didn't bet Arizona. Definitely glad I didn't bet Arizona.
Someone said, "Yo, Kyle, give Matt Modi his props on Cat." I will do no such thing. Modi's feeling himself right now. He like crushed it. He hit his home run props. Like he hit a +80 NBA prop. Modi's
Can't
ego.
give him a big head.
Yeah, Modi. We need to knock Modi's egos down a few notches today.
Mm-hmm. I'll comment about his typing again. Make him feel self-conscious.
Yeah.
When that was happening, I thought I was like hearing something else. I was like, "What is that?"
He's here. He's here.
The guy types with his fists.
Yeah, we're talking shit. We're trying to bring you
I
down
mean-
a peg.
Do you know what show you're on? Do you expect anything less in this show?
I'm getting accounts delivered that could arrive literally at any moment, so I might randomly have to pop off and just let them inside, just so you know.
I mean, you don't need to get the couch in yourself. You just need to let him in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Boston, Baltimore. I mean, should we wait till 4:30? Maybe we'll just talk about this game slowly.
I don't know. You got the people that
Yeah. Well,
the
I mean,
loyalists.
all right. We'll start talking about the game, but we won't move on to the next game. We'll stay on this one until 4:30. So, Boston, Baltimore really had a hard time with this one. I didn't bet it yet. I think all signs point to Corbin Burns throwing a good game and Baltimore winning this game. Obviously, the price sucks, and this is where I left it. The only way I would bet this one is whoops, I'm sorry. Let me get the proper graphics on the screen. The only way I would bet this one is right here. Toast is going to hate this. Baltimore -1.5. I think this is a really good spot for Baltimore coming off the loss. Cutter Crawford, I don't know what to think about him. And also, I don't really know what I think about the Orioles lineup because they were so bad against righty starters for a while. Are they waking up? Cutter Crawford, if you rewind 3-4 weeks ago, we didn't want to fade this guy on the road, but now I'm not as scared to. I think this should be a comfortable Orioles win. But I didn't bet this game. I'm down to bet this. I kind of wanted to hear what these guys said first.
I'm on Boston money line +162. I think I got it at. But regardless, first of all, has Baltimore been playing good? I mean, yeah. I mean, both of these teams are 6-4 their last 10. I mean, Baltimore's lost yesterday against Boston. Obviously, they won the first game. They won 4 games against against the White Sox. But previous to that, they lost 3 games to St. Louis. So to say that Baltimore is playing really good baseball right now is, I think, a little bit of a fallacy. Cutter Crawford, yes, he hasn't looked good in the starts at Fenway, but his last 3 starts on the road at St. Louis, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run. At Atlanta, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. On the road at Pittsburgh, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. His last 2 starts against Baltimore, 1 at home, 1 on the road, 11 total innings, 3 hits, no runs, 13 total strikeouts. In his last start against him, he had 4 walks, which is kind of uncharacteristic of him. I will say he has had a little bit of a walk issue this year. But I think at this number, I mean, can Corbin Burns deal? Yeah, probably. He's been really good at home, but he's also faced Seattle, Toronto, New York, and Oakland. New York, the only really team that I really worry about them. So again, not that I'm trying to say that Boston's offense is just like New York's, but at the price at 162, I'm feeling myself a little bit mad about myself yesterday for not playing Boston yesterday. I'm not going to let it go at this price again today. If it bites me in the butt, so be it. But I think the starting pitching maybe leans a little bit to Boston, to Baltimore. But I do think that the bullpen situation too kind of leads to Boston's situation as well, because I don't really trust Baltimore. Boston's seen all these middle relievers the last couple days. Again, at that price, it's kind of hard not to like Boston.
Proppy seems to like Cutter Crawford here.
I didn't really understand your statement about him not being as trustworthy on the road. All of his bad starts this year have come at home. He's been pretty much nothing but untouchable on the road.
I wouldn't call these starts untouchable.
A 1.59 ERA and a 2.70 WOBA on the road. What do you want him to do? Float on water? Like, I don't understand.
You're talking about his numbers on the season?
Yeah.
His last 3 road starts, he's got an expected FIP at 4.5. In St. Louis, 8 base runners in 5 2/3 innings isn't an elite start. I mean, it's not bad, but
no, I will definitely agree with that. But I mean, I'm just on the road in general. I mean, this is
so his last 3 road starts: 8 base runners in 5 2/3 and in St. Louis, 7 base runners in Atlanta in 6 innings, 2 runs. It's a solid start. Before that, 10 base runners in 6 innings to the Pirates. I'm just saying.
On base, let them think they have a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take Boston then.
Boston or pass. Corbin Burns, not a guy that I'm afraid to fade. I know that I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that, but I'm just not. And then on top of that, Cutter Crawford is really good against lefties. 248 WOBA against lefties is fantastic. Facing a lineup full of them. And he did well against them at home. Now he's going to see them on the road, where he's been pretty much better his entire career. Sure, he's allowed a couple base runners lately, sure. But Bello allowed a lot of base runners in the first inning of that game yesterday and went absolutely ham, completely shutting them down the rest of the game. So I can't say I'm all that afraid. I think that at the price, the value's on Boston, but won't be on my ticket.
All right, let's swing it over to Matthew Modi, president of the Karl Anthony Towns fan club.
I was not feeling good about myself in the first half. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you got it though. He actually hit an extra one for good measure, right? He had 4.
Yeah, he did, just in case they didn't count one. I took the first half under in this one. I like both starting pitchers. I'm back in both starting pitchers. Not super, like the bullpens aren't that depleted or anything like that, but I just wanted to isolate it to the pitchers. I like Corbin Burns. I like Cutter Crawford. Both offenses are decent against righties, but nothing to scare me away from this one. So yeah, that's what I went. First half under.
First 5 I'm guessing it's at 4.
Yeah, it was. I sent him over minus 115 are the odds.
Yeah,
first half under.
Do I have Andy? Do I have Modi's his graphics? There's one game. All right, so I have the rest of them. All right, cool. All right, so our poll is on Baltimore. 54% to 30% on the O's. Shit. Screw it. We'll go 1 minute early. Who cares? If you're just going to tune in at 4:30 and you're pissed we're on the second game, I'm truly sorry about that. Bad timing on my part.
Back.
Yeah, but I think people like to watch it live and.
Yeah,
all right.
That's fair.
Athletics plus 152. Rays minus 185. Over 8. Under 8. Wait, you guys lay minus 1.5, minus odds? Absolutely terrible. That's actually been very profitable this season. Matt Bulativovic.
What did he say?
Laying the 1.5 at I guess he's supplying at minus odds, which is not. That's at plus 112. That bet I put up there, but I don't even know what he was saying, to be honest.
Okay. Anyway,
Oakland on the road in Tampa. Pepe Le Pew on the mound. What are your thoughts on Pepe Le Pew, Modi?
Yeah, over strikeouts, over 6.5. I got it at plus 105 at Bet 365. He hasn't been as good recently. His last two starts specifically haven't been that great, but it's really just fading the Athletics. Prop Beaver and I were on Zach Littell yesterday. He came through pretty easily, and he came through, if you laddered his strikeouts, I think he ended with 9. His over-under was like 5.5 or 6.5. So I'll gladly go right back to fading the Athletics again. They have the second worst strikeout rate on the year against righties at 26.4%, but over the last 2 weeks, they're up to 28%. Now that's considered awful by Fangraphs. 27.5% or worse is considered awful. And now that Soderstrom is in their lineup, they're going to have 5 guys in their lineup that strike out 30% of the time or more, which is right in line with what we're looking for. And yeah, the last 2 starts for Pepe Le Pew have not been great. He only struck out 3. He didn't last long in the game either, 44 and 66 pitches. But prior to that, he had in his first 6 starts, he had thrown between 80 and 94. So the hope here is that he's able to get back in form and should be better than what he was the last 2 starts is what I'm looking for. Because his strikeout stuff is actually pretty good. Like just looking at his stats, 27.7% strikeout rate. That's 14th best in the MLB. Swinging strike rate of 12.3%. That's the 21st ranked in the MLB. And a called strike plus whiff rate of 29.8%. That's 14th best. So all his numbers are pretty decent. If he doesn't get hit up, he'll strike out 7 because of how frequently the Athletics strike out. So that's where we went.
All right. Prop Beaver, he's taking Pepe Le Pew's over. Someone said in the comments that I would make a killing selling Prop Beaver signed baseballs. There's no rev share on that. I'm keeping all of the profits. I own the rights to the name Prop Beaver, so.
I mean, then I would refuse to sign. It's that simple. Yeah, so in this one, I'm going with Oakland money line. I played it, put on my card and everything. Pure play on the price and everything. Trust me, Chiefs. I think Pepe Le Pew is quite good. But his home numbers have been not good. 5.65 ERA, 1.6 home run per 9, just a 9.2 K to BB ratio compared to 45% on the road and a 5.11 xFIP. I mean, that's not great numbers right there. And it seems the books are taking a pretty big stance that he won't be in this game for long here. I understand that he left early 2 starts ago after getting bruised by a comebacker, then returned against the Sox. He only made it 4 innings in that game. And his outs line here is at minus 155 to the under for 15.5 on BetMGM, heavily suggesting that he only goes 5 here. And that, in my mind, offers us some value because this Rays bullpen is reverting back to its old form. They're 18th in ERA, 24th in WOBA, 26th in xFIP the last 2 weeks. And at home this season, this is a Rays bullpen that's 23rd in ERA, 28th in WOBA, 30th in xFIP. And I think that's very crucial to the reason that I'm betting this game because the A's have been crushing bullpens lately. Last 30 days, second WRC plus, second OPS, second in WOBA against bullpens. I know that Joey asked us on the surface real bad. I mean, 747
on the surface,
ERA.
below the surface, next to the surface.
No, because if you dive below the surface, that 747 ERA should be is inferred to be a 3.58 xERA and a 4.32 xFIP. That tells us he had some brutal luck thus far. And is there a better spot for some for some positive regression to come? I mean, here's the last 8 righties to face the Tampa Bay Rays: 1.66 ERA, 0.18 home run per 9, 0.78 WHIP. Since May 19th, the Rays are dead last in WRC+, 29th in ISO, and 30th in OBP against righties. And unlike the Rays bullpen, A's bullpen has been pretty good. Top 10 on the road this season, top 10 in ERA and WOBA over the last 14 days. The Rays have been better at hitting bullpens, but still, Oakland's got a great bullpen. Is it a bit annoying that Mason Miller threw 27 pitches yesterday and a save and likely can't go here? Absolutely, but the majority of the rest of the bullpen is all well rested, including Lucas Erceg. I think that Austin Adams is going to return today. And at this absurd price, I'll take my chances fading this Tampa team that has no business laying these kind of odds.
I mean, I didn't bet this, but it's kind of hard to argue with a bet at this price against Tampa. Like Tampa minus 185 is wild. Modai? Oh, you did this one. Toast?
Modai, go again.
Modai, reiterate your point, please.
Your pick sucked. Choose a different one.
Yeah.
Yep. I said Oakland yesterday, didn't bet it, going right back to the well with Oakland today again. I said it, like I said yesterday on the show, and I'll keep on saying it. I said it for a month now. This Rays team shouldn't be laying juice to anybody in Major League Baseball. Joey Estes is bad, but gets below the surface and under the surface. You know who else is bad under the surface and below the surface? Mitch Spence, and he looked fantastic yesterday. This Rays team isn't hitting anybody. I'll take the plus money.
Mitch Spence is that name. Marlon's got a runner on second, by the way, Toast.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. We're on opposite sides of that one. Oh. I don't know. I have no bet in this game. I guess I'll put a graphic up if you're saying, Kyle, put a gun to your head and make the bet. Sure, here. Oakland plus 1.5, but I won't bet it. Wow, our poll is on Oakland here. 43 to 41%. So the community is down to take a shot with Beaver and Toast at Oakland. Washington, Atlanta. Schwellenhagen is on the mound for the Braves.
Schwellenbach.
Oh, my God.
Toast, tell us who the hell this guy is.
All right. He's actually one of the Braves' higher up prospects. Very similar to Cutter Crawford, the way he throws the ball. I guess his fastball shape is kind of hard to pick up from his arm angle that he throws it at. Again, don't know a ton about him. I know that. I know Braves really, really like this kid. I'm not going to bet this game personally. I'm really not good at betting the Braves unless I'm fading them. Every time I bet the Braves, they collapse. I kind of lean them here. I don't know why. I just kind of do. Mackenzie Gore has been really, really good. But at the same time, his last trip to Atlanta, they gave up 5 runs. It's not the same Atlanta lineup as well, but I don't know. I just feel like that price has kind of weirded me out. I mean, to have Atlanta with that rookie on the mound at 155, maybe I'm just like really, really screwing this game up. But yeah, it's a passer. It's Washington or pass, but I'm not betting it.
Also, Mackenzie Gore isn't good. Prop, Beaver?
We'll talk about high level and low level lefties in a bit, actually, when we get to my play for Imanaga.
That's down.
Yes. Not playing this game. Pass.
Fish. 1-0 Marlins. So I mean, let's bring up Modai.
Yeah,
Matt, save us. No one has a play on this game. It's all. This is your moment.
I do have a play on this game. You hate Mackenzie Gore. I'm taking him over 15.5 outs. It's -108 at Bet Rivers. He's been good this year. Like, he's hit this in 6 of his last 10 starts. He's hit it in 3 straight. So sure, if you want to say some regression is coming just off of that, that's fine. But we just need him to get 1 out in the 6th inning in this one. And the Braves bats, it's just not what they are, not what they were last year, especially now that Acuna's out. I know they did get Austin Riley back, but still. 18th ranked WRC plus against lefties over the last 2 weeks, 17th WOBA, 16th WRAA, 16th OPS, 11th slugging. Like, they're not terrible, but they're definitely not the Braves offense that we saw last year. And I think that we're getting their bats are a little bit overvalued just because they're the Braves bats. And Mackenzie Gore, he's been great. 3.04 ERA, 3.63 xERA, 3.15 FIP, 3.25 xFIP. His barrel rate's low, his hard hit rate's low. He's got a good Sierra. Like, everything about this guy is good. I get that his stats last year were terrible, but he's a young pitcher who theoretically could have taken a step forward in the offseason. So I'm not sitting here saying he's going to pitch a gem, but can he give me 1 out in the 6th inning? I'll take my chances.
Toast mentioned that he got crushed last time he went to Atlanta.
Fucking Giants.
That was last year.
They didn't score with the bases loaded, Toast?
No.
I saw they had the bases loaded, damn it. So that was last year. This is this year. And obviously, it's definitely a different Braves lineup is probably the point he was making.
Yes,
64% of our viewers are playing the Nats, so our community's all over Washington at this price. Cubs Brewers. Toast, you have a prop for this one. A very rare Toast prop graphic. He gives out props a lot, but usually it's later in the Discord. I have a graphic for
Toast is shaking his head. What are you talking about?
I really don't know what you're talking about, bud. It's not me.
Prop.
That's
Beaver.
mine.
Oh.
I have one.
You
I have
told me it was
a prop
Toast.
too.
I have a prop in the White Sox game, but it's just a.
Andy's confusing me. So
I was like, wait.
I thought that Imanaga prop was yours. So that's prop Beavers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So never mind. Toast doesn't have a prop.
But he's playing it because I pointed it out to him.
That is true.
So Toast gets the assist?
We'll give him
not really, probably.
I don't know. I'll give him a potential assist.
No,
I
it's
waited
good.
a few
I'm
seconds to dribble. So
A potential.
yeah.
Which one is it? The hits allowed or the outs?
It's the hits allowed. Modai's the outs. I went with Imanaga under 4.5 hits allowed here, -135. This Brewers team overall against lefties this season, not very good. 21st in WRC plus, 15th in ISO, but all the way back at 27th in average. And when we look at the Brewers against different types of lefties, there are some pretty stark results. So against low-level lefties, and by low-level, I mean the Tyler Alexanders of the world, not the Mackenzie Gores of the world, guys with an ERA over 5, all 4 lefties to face the Brewers this season have gone over 4.5 hits allowed, averaging 7.3 hits per game, 9.35 ERA, 3 home runs per 9, and a 220 whip. They have demolished bad lefties. But on the contrary, they've faced 6 lefties this season with an ERA below 5. They are 6-0 to the under in these games, averaging 2.5 hits allowed, going on average about 6.5 innings or more. And they've combined for a 1.1 ERA, 0.88 home run per 9, and this is gross, a 0.59 whip. So to say they've struggled against high-level left-handed pitching would be an understatement, and Imanaga's arguably been the best left-handed pitcher in baseball thus far. Now, yes, Imanaga's average jumps from 182 to 222 on the road. He's actually he's 3-1 to the over on the road this season, averaging 5. So this is a little more dangerous than backing him at home. But most of that damage has come from lefties on the road. Compared to righties, he's only allowing a 197 OBA versus righties compared to 275 versus lefties. The Brewers only start one lefty daily versus left-handed pitching. So that makes me feel better here. And on top of that, let's look at some pitch mix numbers. Imanaga throws a 4-seamer and splitter on 90% of his pitchers. The Brewers versus those two pitches from starting lefties this season, a 165 batting average. That is dead last in the MLB by a country mile. I prefer drinking the juice here with the hits allowed under compared to an ERA under, because the Brewers have been good at drawing walks and they still have power versus a lefty. I don't need a walk and a blast costing us a cash while he throws 7 innings of 2-hit baseball. So that is my thought process here.
Imanaga under hits, and it sounds like Modai also likes the spot for Imanaga because he has routes.
You can basically just RT everything that Prop Beaver said for hits allowed, and just all that basically applies to the outs as well.
Yeah.
The only really thing that I'll add is so for the plus 133 odds, it's the risk that he's pitching into the 7th inning, right? That's the over 18.5. If you wanted to maybe like a parlay piece or something, you can get 17.5, but it's at like minus 185, minus 190. So I'm not playing that straight up. But he's gone over this in 4 of his last 5 starts. In 3 of those that he went over, he's gotten the full 7, so didn't even get knocked out early. And my dog loves this play. His stats are just phenomenal. Like, you could say that maybe there's a little bit of regression coming when you look at his expected stats, but even those are really good. Like 2.62 x ERA, 3.12 x FIP. And the Milwaukee bats, there's nothing special about them against lefties, as Prop Beaver said. I'm wondering if the couch is here, so I'm going to step away for a second, but that's the play.
I actually have a bet down. It's kind of more for fun. Toast, let's bring you up. All right, so here are this is full disclosure before I bring the screenshot of my DraftKings thing up. This is a little bit on the gambling side. The reason for it is I like the under in this game, and I like the under in a game we're about to talk about in 5 minutes. But both of them are super. I mean, this one was a juice 7.5 this morning when I looked, and the other one that I liked was sitting at 7 for a little while. So this is what I did. And again, I'm not trying to tell you like this is a great bet. I'm just showing you what I personally bet. You make your own decision. This is a 4-leg parlay here. All 4 of these teams to stay under 5.5 runs as far as their team total. Brewers under 5.5. Cubs under 5.5. Royals under 5.5. Twins under 5.5. So all 4 of those teams to stay under 5.5 runs. The total for this game is 7.5. I got this. It's Are the odds on here somewhere? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so plus 145. It's probably a terrible bet, but that's what I did. Bryce Wilson actually hasn't even been that bad, but to take it further than that, you don't even need Bryce Wilson to be very good because the Cubs bats are so cold that you can't count on them to hit anybody. So Bryce Wilson at home against the Cubs lineup, he should pitch fine. And then everything these guys just said about Imanaga, I don't need to repeat. So both starting pitchers should deal here. Cubs lineup is completely terrible. Brewers, I mean, if you like the Brewers lineup, I wouldn't say the Brewers lineup is completely terrible, but Imanaga's on the mound. So I don't think any of those teams hit 6 runs today.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't even think that's a terrible bet, to be dead honest with you, especially with both totals being at 7.5. I mean, you can do a lot worse with your money, especially at 145.
Right. None of those teams hit 6 runs against these. Yeah. And if you look at the other game too, you look at it, and you're like, oh, this might be 1-0.
No, you know what? And that's the funny thing about the KC game is like all the action is on the over that I'm seeing, and that number's staying at 7.5. It hasn't moved to 8 at all. So
what are they seeing that puts them at the over in that game?
Because Bailey Ober has gotten cranked.
The Royals bats on the road.
I know, but
I'm just saying. But
that's what. Trust me. Yeah, that's where it's coming from. We'll get there. Anyway, this one. Regretted not taking the Cubs yesterday. Like I said, I should have. I think I would go back to the Brewers here personally. I can't get there or give it out because of how terrible they have been against left-handed pitching. But with World on the other side, again, I'm not trying to make a case that Imanaga is going to get hit up or anything like that. But my point being that Bryce Wilson is pretty damn good, or at least performed pretty damn well. And I think that the bullpens are kind of a wash. Both of them have, I mean, everybody's going to be available for Milwaukee, especially the best arms that they have. I mean, the Cubs aren't going to have Leiter Jr. most likely. They're not going to have Wesneski most likely. Hector Neris went 15 pitches yesterday. So I give the later innings a small edge to the Brewers. Again, they can't hit a lefty to save their damn life. So again, it's a small lean, but I'm not going to bet it. But I couldn't bet the Cubs at minus 140 with the way that they can't hit either. So
to be honest, when I started, I'll put the under graphic up for me, so there's something under my face here, because that's what I like. I like the under. Obviously, you guys saw how I bet it. But when I first started looking at this game, I wanted to get to the Brewers. So if I was to play a side, I'd be with Toast on that.
If I gun to my head, if I had to make a bet, it'd be first 5 under 3.5 at plus 105. I would take my chances because like I said, I think Bryce Wilson pitches well. I don't think he's given up 3 runs in any of his starts this year at all. So, and again, the Cubs suck. So I didn't play it. Again, I don't like playing unders at 3.5. It doesn't take much to go over, but
someone said just take the free Nerfy in this game and move on. What's the Nerfy price? It's got to be like minus 150 here, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't describe minus 150 as free.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Bryce Wilson is pretty damn good through the first order, but obviously minus 150 for a Nerfy is a bit nuts. You never know what could happen.
Well, the total for the game's at 7.5, so the Nerfy is obviously going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We got right into it already. It's the very next game. So you guys already know how I feel this game. This is the second half of what I just showed you. No, I bet these 4 teams, none of them to score 6 runs today. That was the bet. Let me get this poll running.
We both hit big with the Twins yesterday too.
What's that?
We both hit big with the Twins yesterday.
Yeah, nice plus 120 first 5. I needed it too because I started my day out with the Reds and I started my day down. Ended up having an excellent day, but that Twins was like the launch for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'll put the under graphic up for me because as you guys know, I bet that weird parlay. Seth Lugo's been Cy Young good. He's good as hell. And even though I do think the Twins bats are going to come around at some point, I can't bet on the day against Seth Lugo to be that day to happen. And it just no. And then Bailey Ober, look, these guys are going to talk about how he's been struggling recently, and it is true. But Kansas City's bats on the road haven't been good. They haven't gotten to righty starters on the road. So I don't see any reason why Bailey Ober doesn't throw himself a great game. I think this is super low scoring. I like the under, but you guys already know how I bet it.
Yeah, so am I up or is it Beaver? Sorry, go ahead.
Wants to.
I mean, I don't really have much for this game. I didn't even actually take a look at it, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah.
Did I miss a game, or is this the next one?
Were you here for? We did Cubs Brewers. Were you here for that?
That was I did Cubs Brewers, and I passed on this one, so that's perfect.
Perfect. Toast.
Yeah, it'd be Royals or pass, but not because of their history against Bailey Ober. It's just, look, Seth Lugo has been really good for them. But I will say Bailey Ober's last 2 starts against the Royals have been terrible. 5 1/3 innings, 20 hits, 14 runs. I mean, it's been really bad. My issue with that is if you're betting Minnesota, is both those starts were on the road. His last 2 starts against the Royals at home, 8 2/3, 12 hits, 4 runs. It's been a lot better. His start last year at home against them was really good. And his last 3 starts at home haven't been terrible. I mean, 5 innings, 2 runs against Texas. Same thing against Seattle. 6 innings, 1 run against Detroit. This Royals team, as we've illustrated the last couple of days, isn't hitting anybody with the right hand on the road at all. So it's just really, really hard to get there. They have, again, I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I don't like it. Johan, I don't even understand what Minnesota's doing with their bullpen either. Duran has literally worked 4 of the last 5 days. Like, I assumed that he wasn't available the last day and a half. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Griffin Jax went back-to-back days. Stallman and the other Jorge Alcala or whatever went 2 of the last 3 days with heavy pitch counts. So you're going to be relying on Okert and Thebar. I mean, I guess Duran's fucking available. I don't know, but it's just it's Casey or pass for me, but there's no way I can bet it.
Someone said that parlay is plus 179 on FanDuel. Don't bet it on DraftKings. Dude, that screenshot I just shared for you is from like 7 o'clock this morning, like 10 hours ago. So it may have moved. That they do tend to do that. That's from hours ago.
Odds don't change.
Never giving out stale odds. No, it's all right.
I was giving out the screenshot of my bet, bro.
No, it's all right. You might as well.
Moda, you said
bagels from yesterday.
You passed on this game, Prop Beaver, so there's no reason for you to be speaking at all.
No, I have a play now. It's called Bailey Ober over 5.5 Ks. Let me see what price you can get that at. I think you get it at plus money. Ooh, plus 115 sounds pretty good to me. Same system. Gonna keep fading the Royals on the road in terms of Ks because righties continue to go over against them. I think we've now seen 7 straight right-handed pitchers go over their K line against this Royals team. Even Simeon Woods Richardson yesterday, who watching that game, I was like, Jesus Christ, maybe this guy doesn't have K stuff. He was able to hit this line. Bailey Ober, even in his struggles against the Royals, he's still 2-1 at home against them. He's 3-1 to the line this season, averaging 6.3 per game, and he's always been better at striking out batters at home compared to on the road. So, on top of that, one thing that stands out to me here, the outs line for him is set at 17.5, slightly juiced over. He's never hit that against the Royals. I don't think they're just putting that out there for no reason, especially after going under his last 3 or 4 starts. So if Ober is going to have a good start here, which that low total not moving and the outs line suggests, then I think he's going to have to strike some guys out here to get the job done. And at plus 115, I will take my chances. That will be, I'll be adding that.
Ober Masterclass. I'm on it too. Our poll is all over Kansas City. 73% to 18%. So everyone in the comments is betting the Royals here.
Ober wants his revenge. Trust me. That shit to start off the year. That's not how you want to start your year off.
Toast looks thrilled that everyone's betting the Royals with him.
He loves that. He loves when everybody bets the same thing as him.
Oh shit.
Discord, be prepared for a Twins betting coming.
You
never know. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Blue Jays, White Sox in Chicago. Manoah's on the mound against Chris Flexen, and I was looking at this one as a possible dog shot. I didn't bet it, but I wouldn't be
term.
A dog
shot.
Yeah,
a shot on a dog.
I've never heard it. I've never heard. No, I understand it. Trust me, I can understand the 2 words put together. I've just never.
So what
heard
would you call it
before.
What would you call it?
A shot on a dog. I'm gonna take a shot on a dog here.
Yeah, a dog shot.
I'm not gonna take a dog shot. What does that even mean? You're
getting
like a
it's the
dog
same
vaccine?
word.
What does this even mean?
It's the same thing. You're the only one that was confused by it. So yeah, I kind of want to bet the White Sox. Flexen, there was a stretch where he was pitching pretty well. I know that was, I guess, like 2 or 3 starts ago, but I don't think Flexen is that bad. And a home start against a Blue Jays lineup. There's something about the Blue Jays, and I think it's because of the names they got on there. They have a couple big superstar names, and Toronto's a big market, and they're blah, blah, blah. It seems like all it takes is a few games where the Blue Jays score runs where everyone seems to forget that this lineup sucks. It's like it's kind of like everyone has a short memory when it comes to the Blue Jays bats. So here they are, 3 games where they were able to get some runs across, and all of a sudden, like, oh, Blue Jays are hot right now. When it's like you can't trust this lineup against a righty. So I was thinking about making a play at the plus 155, plus 160, just for I think there's a chance that the Blue Jays bats come back to life. That's all. Didn't bet it, but I'm open to it.
I don't hate it. I took White Sox first 5 team total over 1.5. I think you should have a graphic on that one. Yeah. So has Manoah's actually looks decent when he's pitched at home this year. 14 innings, 5 hits, no runs against Tampa and Minnesota. His 2 starts on the road, a completely different story. 8 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 10 total runs. The White Sox are not a good baseball team, but I think they should be able to scrape 2 runs together in the first 5 against Alek Manoah at this cheap price. So I understand that they haven't scored the last couple of days, but they've also ran into some bad luck, especially in that Baltimore series. It's only a matter of time before they get a couple things to go their way. I think it's against Alek Manoah is a really good shot to do that. So at minus 125, I'm more than willing to take my chances. They can get a bloop and a blast or something.
Yeah, I think they can get to Manoah too. The problem is, it's not so much, I'm scared to fade Manoah. He's looked good, I'm scared to fade him. No, I think he's due to get shelled. But the White Sox against righties is like next level terrible right now. They just cannot hit to a righty starter. So I do think Manoah gets rocked at some point, but is this the spot where it happens? What do you think, Prop Beaver?
The White Sox are dead. I'm not backing this team anymore. It's over. The magical run we had for a bit, it was a great time. The memories were good. I'll always remember you, Tommy fam. But the shit's over. The team can't score anymore. I think Alek Manoah is pretty horrible and on the road at the very least. And I was considering backing him here in some way, shape, or form. That's how little I believe in this White Sox lineup right now. Even on stream yesterday, I said, I'm going to try and fade Manoah on the road however I can. And then I looked at this match and I'm like, oh, Jesus, well, he may be able to bowl out here. Yeah, this is a pure pass for me. I was actually going to look at if Alek Manoah to record a win was anything decent. Minus 115, though? Yeah, get that out of here.
I put Toronto minus 1.5 for you.
Sure. I mean,
you want it. You want it. Just own it.
I don't even think that's crazy to be dead honest with you. I mean,
I'll take it. I mean,
yeah,
my Flexen's poo-poo, in my humble opinion. And he's been a bit
honestly,
worse at road at home, too.
The way that it's gone the last 2 weeks, Toronto's going to score 8 or they're going to score 1. So
yeah.
It's one or the other.
I'm going to go with 1.
If you had to choose.
Modi, White Sox?
No, we got a dong on this one.
Oh, a dong.
We got a dong. I got 2 of the ones I posted yesterday to hit, so hopefully we can keep that going. Dalton Varsho, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Why the fuck did you pronounce it like that?
Varsho?
Like, wait, what?
Dalton Varsho?
Yeah,
Varsho?
it's Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho. No, it's an accent over the S. Varsho.
Okay. I mean, it is a Canadian. All right.
I'm just making that up. Anyways.
That's better than Isaac Parady.
Oh, yeah, that was bad by me.
It's all right. Bill Simmons mispronounces everything.
All right, what do you like for Varsho?
I like for him to hit a home run. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so one thing I've been looking at a lot, especially as it gets deeper into the summer and it gets more dong friendly, is fly ball rate. Because I mean, generally to hit a home run, the ball has to be a fly ball. And he literally has Dalton Varsho has the highest fly ball rate in the entire MLB over the last 2 weeks. 66.7% fly ball rate. Literally 2/3 of the time he's making contact, he's hitting a fly ball, which makes sense. You look at his launch angle, 26.4 degrees. That's literally that's like in the sweet spot for what a home run should be, between 25 and 35 degrees of launch angle. His is the 5th highest in the MLB. He's got 3 home runs over the last 2 weeks. His ISO rate in that span, 26.7%. That's in the excellent threshold. He doesn't meet the barrel rate metrics that I look for, but he should be able to smash Chris Flexen. Flexen's a righty. He's horrible against lefties. Varsho is a lefty, much better against righties. His ISO rate against right-handed pitching on the entire year, 27.1% against lefties. It's down to 13.2. That's like literally the difference between having excellent power and being a below average hitter. Fly ball rate, pull rate, hard hit rate, all better against right-handed pitching. All 3 of the home runs that he's hit over the last 2 weeks have come against righties. And Flexen has faced half of the batters have been lefties, and 5 of his 8 home runs have been against a left-handed hitter. So literally facing half of the people, he's given up more home runs to lefties. Horrible home run per 9. God, my dog, sorry. Home run per 9 of 2.7. Flexen allows a fly ball rate 50%, pull rate 41%, 10 percentage points higher hard hit rate. Match made in heaven for Varsho to hit a home run. So that is where I went.
I'm putting it up. I might bet this White Sox money line. I might play this. I'll let you know. It'll be White Sox or pass for me. The thing is, I don't have a lot of bets I like tonight, and there's no NBA, so I might just play this just because I need a second or a third bet, and this would be my second favorite. So obviously, it's a high risk. It's White Sox at a big plus price, but I think Flexen can pitch well. So White Sox money line or pass. I think I'm going to bet that, actually. Next up. Cleveland, Colorado. Shout out Guards coming through for me yesterday. It's my favorite bet. Logan Allen making a road starting course here. I'm much more inclined. I don't bet the Rockies often, as you guys know, but I'm much more inclined to back them against a lefty, especially a lefty the likes of Logan Allen. What are your thoughts here, Toast?
It'd be over or pass for me.
I was thinking over also, but I think there's 11.5s opening up. It's way up there.
If there's an 11.5, then I really like the over, because it was 11 for a while. And if it's moving, if it was 10.5, if it moves to 11.5, that makes I would bet the over. Yeah, it's over a pass. I haven't bet it, like I said. But Logan Allen, first time into Coors. I guess it doesn't really matter to me because this Colorado team just is scoring runs right now, and they're at home against the lefty, a spot where they're usually a much better. Not to mention Ty Block on the other end. Had one start against Cleveland back in 2017, which means absolutely nothing. He had a decent home start against Philly and Texas, but the Padres put up 4 against him. I just have a hard time believing he has another really good start like he did against Philly and Texas. This Cleveland team is scoring runs at a crazy high rate right now. They've had 19 runs the last 2 nights here in Colorado. They had a 10 spot on LA the other 4 nights ago. So it'd be over a pass for me. I just don't want to lay 150 with Logan Allen. That's another.
I hear you on that. And on that same theme of the over, we have a dong.
That we do. I'm going right back to Jose Ramirez. He hit one for us yesterday. He's been in a crazy home run binge, so hopefully we could just keep riding it. Got to keep riding that dong as long as you can. He's got 7 in his last 14 days. When that happens, when you hit a home run basically one home run every other day, your home run stats are going to look good. But every single possible metric I look at, his are good. Like normally when I give out a home run, it's like, oh, he's not great here, but he's good everywhere else. Jose Ramirez, ISO rate, excellent. 57.4%, third best ISO rate over the last 2 weeks. Barrel rate, 15%. That's excellent. Fly ball rate up to 60%. That's the 4th highest over the last 2 weeks. Pull rate at 60%. That's the 7th highest over the last 2 weeks. Even someone with 7 home runs, it's rare again that they meet literally every criteria that I look for home runs. And Ty Block is terrible. He's a left-handed pitcher. Ramirez has decently better power numbers against lefties. ISO rate of 31.3%, up from 21.9% against righties. His fly ball rate is admittedly lower against lefties, but his pull rate is higher, and most importantly, his hard hit rate is 20 percentage points higher against left-handed pitching. Ballpark Pal, our friends over there, list this as a +10 extreme advantage in favor of Ramirez. I think he should be able to mash one. So yeah, that's where I went.
Got the quote up.
That's definitely going to make that Twitter account.
Yeah, it's going to make sauce moments.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I would lean towards over also. I there's no way I could trust Logan Allen. I was actually kind of, if Toast was on the Rockies, I was going to tail him. That was my thoughts entering this, but it doesn't sound like he's on the Rockies. Prop Beaver?
No. Nope. Pass.
Absolutely not. No.
Nope.
I might do like David Fry total bases too. He's a guy that I really like for Cleveland. But yeah, anyway.
I'll put.
Yo, Kyle, remember last year when we thought that David Fry was a inside agent for the other team because of how pissed he was? He's been awesome this season. He's been amazing this season.
Yeah, he's been on it.
So good. He's hitting like walk-off hits. Like he's like so
it's
good.
like, who is he? Who the hell is this guy?
1.115 OPS, a 221 OPS plus. He has 4 hits in his last 2 days. Over the last 5 games, he has 4, 5, 8 hits as well with 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. Just killing the ball.
Yeah.
I gotta head upstairs again, but I passed on this next game, so I'll come back for the last one.
All right. See you in a few minutes. All right. So our poll's on Cleveland. I'm putting Rockies up. The only way I end up betting this is if the White Sox is my only bet. It's a tough day. Wednesday, there's 15 games. We already did 5 of them. 2 of them are doubleheader, and I don't really like a lot of tonight. So tonight's just not a great betting night for me.
I will say for the first time, and it seems like forever, the Rockies have a bullpen advantage. I mean, as far as rest
for the first time in franchise history.
So there's that, I guess.
All right, so here are my thoughts on this one, Prop Beaver. So I looked at this one, and I wanted to bet this game, obviously, because we got the Angels money line last night at the big plus price. So here we are. We got Gil, who's been awesome pitching against the Angels here, and it to me, I'm kind of torn. Marlins just scored another run, by the way. It's 3-0. So I'm kind of torn.
Who Darvish? You're fucking terrible, dude. Anyways,
so here I'm kind of torn here because I think if you look at the specific matchups, that I like the matchups for both pitchers. that Gil, I think he could pitch well against the Angels, and Tyler Anderson, I think he could pitch well against the Yankees. So, like, I want to bet the under, but then you take a step back and look at it. You're like, am I about to bet the under with, like, 2 top 5 offenses right now? I just don't think I could do it. So, I really want to bet the under, but I feel like that'd be crazy with these 2 offenses. Because either offense could score 9 runs, like.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I don't hate that. Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't have a.
I like the under. I think Tyler Anderson can sneakily have a good game today against the Yankees. But Gil, I know that the Angels have been hitting. Gil's a beast, and I don't want to fade him. So I think that this could be a low-scoring game that no one's expecting, and I like the under. But when I went to place it, I was like, I had it loaded up. It was like I line shopped. I was like, Caesars is the best price. I had it loaded up. And then I was like, wait a second. Why am I taking an under in this game? These are like 2 of the hottest offenses in baseball. So I was like really, and I was like, we'll talk about it on the live show. So that's why I want to bet this game, and I want to bet the under, but I don't know if I'm thinking crazy or not.
I don't think you're thinking crazy. I mean, I've seen the Yankees against a lefty, and I've seen the Yankees against some bad lefties, and my Christ, they can't hit them. So, I mean, you got Alex Wood coming into your crib throwing 6 innings of shutout baseball. I mean, you need to reevaluate your lifestyle. I don't know the last time this Yankees team saw a lefty, to be completely honest with you. My mind's all over the place right now. I'm kind of trying to, like, post things while we're doing this.
I can tell you, May 12th, Tyler Alexander, Tampa Bay Rays.
Didn't he blank him, too?
12th.
No, he did not blank.
Wow, almost 3 weeks?
The Yankees smoked his ass.
They smoked his ass.
Tyler Alexander, as I said, is one of the worst lefties in the game. So.
Tyler Anderson has been pretty good.
But check this out, though. And before May 12th, they saw the last one May 5th. Prior to May 5th, they didn't see a lefty till April 25th. So since April 25th, the Yankees have seen 3 left-handed starters.
All right,
under.
So Toe says under.
Under.
Well, I'm just saying you have the Yankees team total under shaded at under 4.5 at like plus 105, plus 110 on multiple books. You have the Angels team total at 3.5 plus 115 on multiple books. I mean, they're heavily suggesting that runs are going to be kind of at a premium here, at least as a 8.5 total is concerned.
Damn, Toast, you're with me on that. Okay, let's do it.
I'm
down to bet this.
I'm either with you on the under, or this may sound a bit crazy, I'd possibly be on a Luis Gil strikeouts under.
My first thought was Angels team total under 3.5. So if we want to go 8.5 as a team, I'm down.
Count me in.
I'm betting. You're with us, Lodi?
Yeah, why not? You guys convince me.
Yeah, I'm betting the under. I'm actually going to do it right now.
Yeah, damn, there's only 4 lefties in the Angels lineup too. Yeah, okay. Under, yeah.
Wow, look at us. Look at us. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of us.
Who would have thought?
Hey,
who would have thought? Look at us.
But I ultimately lean, I think, Angels first 5 as well. That and the Angels first 5. I think the Angels could beat them.
Bro, no peer pressure. If you want to take the Angels first 5, I'll put it up for you.
No, I mean, I'll do both. Why not both?
Yeah, I'm going to play 0.55 on the under, and I'm going to play 0.35 or something to make 0.7. Yeah, because it's plus 170 in the first 5 on the Angels money line. I mean, so you can play, a half unit makes you 0.85. You can play 0.35 to make, yeah, I'll probably play a little bit of both. Why not? A little gamble.
All right.
That's what this is.
Definitely playing the under, though.
Next
I'm
game.
down for that. That was fun.
That was fun for the whole family.
Floyd Tinker said bad sign, total agreement. Bro, our sweeps have been crushing it.
I was going to say, it's like, actually, that's like the one thing that's like, we're usually pretty good at that.
Yeah, we've been hitting it like 80% when sweeping.
It doesn't happen very often.
The wrong idea because they see on NFL, like, the panel, like, sweeps the board.
No, that's not what it is.
Most people don't even, like, watch the sport.
No, that's not what it is, Prop Beaver. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
So it's a psychological thing. So they're watching this show, right? And they see all of us on one bet. In their head, like, okay, this bet has a higher chance of hitting. So if we, for example, if we swept 10 times and it went 6 out of 10, they would remember the 4 losses. Be like, all 4 were wrong? That's crazy. But in reality, just because all 4 of us are on a bet, that doesn't mean the bet has any greater chance of hitting. It just happens to be that we all 4 like it. So because it's the optics, if we're all on a bet in their head, it's like, oh, this bet should hit. so we'll remember the losses harder. I mean, we've had it where we hit 6 sweeps in a row, and then we all take a game, and everyone's like, fade this always loses. And it's like, so Astros, Seattle, Mariners came through yesterday. Toast had them. I know Toast was on Seattle yesterday. Oh, but you also had him in the first 5. So you broke even.
Yeah, I'm good.
Modi, what are your thoughts here?
Could have been worse. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I see that me and Prop Beaver are on the same play here. I have Justin Verlander over 6.5 strikeouts. I got it at -120. I'm not sure if that moved. If it's a better, I guess it got really all the way up to +110. So I got a horrible price on that, but still, I like the play itself. We're back to taking strikeout props against the Mariners. It's been a little bit since I've done that. On the year, the Mariners have the highest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching on the season, 28.7%. Over the last 2 weeks, they are a slightly worse 28.8% against right-handed pitching. That's the second highest over the last 2 weeks. They're one of 5 teams that have the team strikeout rate 27.5% or worse, again, which is considered the worst grading that Fangraphs gives. They have 4 guys that are considered strikeout guys, strike out over 30% of the time, with 2 actually over 40%. And Verlander's been pretty hit or miss this year. He's gone over in 3 of his 7, but in all 4 that he went under, he didn't even get close. But he has hit the over in 2 of his last 3, and he just struck out 9 A's in his last start. The A's are another strikeout team, so at least he's shown that he can get it done against teams that strike out a ton. Strikeout stuff isn't nearly as good as it was. He's also 41 years old, but he should be able to get to 7 Mariners. I locked it in at -120, and I like it a lot better at +110.
Really?
James Paxton just came out of the game in the 3rd inning. Why? Is he hurt? 4th inning?
I don't know.
Padres are starting a little bit of a rally here, by the way. They hit a home run. Kim hit a home run.
I can't pay attention to both, or I will be shitty on the show.
Yeah. All right, Toast.
I try really hard not to. Houston, and I like them a lot. One of my favorite bets of the day. Houston money line for me. I think that the last couple nights, Seattle has had extremely lucky to win both of those ball games. Let's keep in mind, on Monday night, they come home, they score 3 runs in the first inning, not because they were like doing anything special. Jose Abreu had 2 plays at first base that even the average Major League Baseball player makes at least one of those plays. Regardless, Seattle scores 3. They don't score another run the rest of the game. So then they come into the last night's game. They score 1 run again early. Good for you guys. And then nothing again until the 8th inning, which they got a double, a walk, an error, and that's what won them the ball game. Do I love George Kirby? Yes, he's one of my favorite pitchers in the league, but I'd be lying to say that I don't think that he's going through a little bit of a sophomore slump. 3 of his last 4 starts haven't been good. Yes, Toast, they've all been on the road. You could definitely say that. But look at his last few starts at home. The Royals, Arizona, the Reds before that. Those are all great starts, but all those teams are shit for right-handed pitching, especially on the road. Justin Verlander's a guy that a veteran that I trust, especially on the road. His last 2 starts in Seattle, 15 total innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. I just think that Justin Verlander, this is a prime spot for Justin Verlander to come out and shove against this Mariners lineup that I don't think has done shit for the last 2 nights and got rewarded for it. Houston has everybody rested and ready to go in that bullpen besides Ryan Presley. I think Abreu would be available after only throwing 13 yesterday. This is an Astros spot. Astros money line.
Surprised by that pick. Don't dislike it. Surprised by it. Prop Beaver, what are your thoughts? He's fading Kirby.
My thoughts are I'm taking Justin Verlander over 6.5 Ks. Why FanDuel moved it down, I guess, to +110. I don't know. I'll happily take it, though. I've lost CLV on a couple of my best plays this year, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it moving down a bit, especially FanDuel. They've been a bit weird this year, I feel like, with the K prop lines. I really like this for him. Only 3 and 4 to the over on the season, but as Modi alluded to, it's been all or nothing. When he's going under, it's 2 Ks. When he's going over, it's 8 or 9 Ks. And I feel like that we're getting a discount here because he's on the road. Going back to 2022, he's 10 and 23 to the over on the road, averaging just 5.4 Ks per game. But I view Seattle as Verlander's home away from home. He's gone over this line in 6 to 7 trips to Seattle as an Astro, but has actually done much worse against them in terms of Ks at home, which is weird because most of his career as an Astro, it's been him lighting up Ks at home and really struggling to get them on the road. Now it's the reverse, not only in the Seattle matchup, but actually this season as well. At home, Verlander's 0-2 to line, averaging just 2.5 Ks with a 0 K to BB ratio. On the road, he's 3-2 to the line with a 17.5 K to BB ratio. That's really damn good, especially for a 40-year-old. And we've seen him catch this number, as Modi alluded to earlier, some K-heavy teams. He just talked about the A's. They're 28th in K percentage. The Tigers, they're 22nd in K percentage against righties. Cubs, 25th. This is the boss battle with heavy teams right here. We got the Mariners. They are dead last in K percentage against righties this season. Last 7 and 9 to face them have gone over the line, averaging 7.7. And during that span, the Mariners have a 35 K percentage against righties through the first 6 innings. I'm not normally looking to bet a 40-year-old on the road to rack up the Ks, but I'm going to make an exception here because I think this is a great spot for him to do so.
All right, so where I was initially leaning was here. Just basically playing the crazy line. I was initially leaning over. It's at 7. I don't fully trust Verlander, and Astros usually gets a Kirby. But I like what Toes said, and I'm thinking about just switching my lean up from a lean on the over to an Astros team total over 3.5. Thoughts?
I don't hate it. They are due. I will say that they are definitely due. So definitely don't hate it.
Stick with my over. I don't know if I you know what? I might bet this, but I'm gonna bet the White Sox. I'm gonna bet. I already have 2 more bets to add, so this will be a maybe. Communities on the Stros. All right, let's do the. All right, you know what? Let's let the community decide again. Earlier today, they picked dog of the day, and they picked the Giants, which is definitely losing. Community dog, community parlay, or community top bet. What do you guys want to do? Your choice. Dealer's choice.
So there's a report out that the Dodgers are trying to get Bo Bichette from Toronto. If that were to happen, I honestly think that would make their team worse. Having Muncy and Bichette at short and third would be a freaking nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
So it looks like they're voting for community. Oh no, community parlay takes the lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. Community parlay. We're back.
Community parlay, the parlay we bet. Yeah. Somebody asked me to sing that on here, so
You're supposed to record. You should record a jingle, and we'll make like a graphic that comes up.
Sure.
With like a guitar riff, like.
Oh, I would love that. If I sang to a melody and the guitar repeated my melody with guitar strings, that would be epic.
I can make it. Let's do it. I'm dead serious. Let's do it later.
Okay. I gotta put my desk together when I arrive.
Oh my god, that's insane.
That makes me laugh.
They like the Cubs, definitely. All right, first 2 legs of the community parlay. First and second make it.
I gotta put my desk together.
Yeah, you gotta. Prop Beaver has to come assemble a desk in the office. Do you want to know why? Because when I was at the Phillies game, we did that live show. Prop Beaver got so frustrated the stream wasn't working, he literally broke it.
It was a thin desk.
He was breaking my
Extremely
furniture.
Thin desk.
Broke my furniture.
I think it was a very light punch. Maybe I did a hammer fist. That might have been what it is. I did use to practice at Tiger Schulman's when I was younger, so I had broken a few boards.
Andy said, "Oh yeah, it was a hammer fist."
Yeah.
You just don't know your own strength, Prop Beaver.
Andy was the only witness to the crime.
Yeah, he was stunned. I felt bad for him. He was scared.
He was scared.
Yeah.
Andy's like, I went home early. I couldn't.
Yeah.
So it's Orioles and Cubs are the first 2 legs.
And the Giants are dead.
Wow, Josh Bell just made a hell of a play there for the Fish.
Yeah,
Good man.
Good man, Josh Bell.
Yeah, Pooh Darvish. I mean, go to hell.
So Royals, Twins, they like the Royals. Oh yeah, they definitely like the Royals. Blue Jays, White Sox, they like the Blue Jays. Guardians, Rockies, they like Cleveland, I'm guessing. And Yankees, Angels, They like the Yankees. Cast your votes. Not many people voted for the Cubs, so I think I'm going to put the Cubs back in the vote with the last game because not many people like the Cubs. So,
Are you going to post the under on your ticket for the website, Sauce, for that Yankees game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to not do it.
I'll post it, and I'm gonna bet the White Sox too. It's crazy, I know.
Okay. Just know, everybody, I tailed that too. I bet the under too. I'm just not going to post it on the website if you're worried about that.
So it's Royals and Yankees. Wow, we haven't done a community parlay in a while. I missed it. It's like our roots. So we have Cubs, and did they like the community like the Astros or Mariners? Astros. So Cubs or Astros, that's your choice for the last leg.
What's the first two?
The first three are Orioles, Royals, Yankees. And you know what? People voted for Cleveland too, so I'll give you a third choice. So which of these three choices are the last leg? Is the last leg of the community parlay?
All right, I got to hop. Sorry, guys.
No problem, Moda. Thanks for joining, man. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Have a good day, dude. Okay. Vote it up.
Said toast what under? Yankees Angels under 8.5. That's what we're talking about. It's gonna be Astros. This should be a hell of a payout here because Astros are a slight dog. Royals are plus money.
879. Or actually, just do 887 on Bet Rivers or FanDuel.
Community parlay: Orioles money line, Royals money line, Yankees money line, Astros money line plus 887. Do you have an underdog or no? Proper. You're muted.
Muted.
I sent it.
Oh, okay.
I can smell it. No, I smelled something.
All right. Well, it's just ski under Prop Beaver. All right. Let's get Prop Beaver's underdog. Pick them up. Is this one going to hit, you think?
I mean, I keep losing by one leg. I don't know.
It's usually how it goes.
We'll see. Yesterday, I didn't even have a play on that one thing that I included. I don't know why the fuck I included it. Lower than 2.5 earned runs allowed for Joey Estes. Do you have a pulse? Then I want your earned runs allowed under for a righty against the Rays. And then I got Shota Imanaga under 4.5 hits allowed. Brewers have not been able to hit elite lefties thus far. And then our third play is Verlander higher than 6.5 strikeouts. Mariners can't stop whiffing away, and Verlander loves to pitch in Seattle, so I think he could get the job done today, 41 years old and all.
If you don't have an Underdog Fantasy account, it's available in any state highlighted in this map. If you're in one of the states highlighted in yellow, head over to the website Underdog Fantasy or download the app. When you make your account, make sure you use the promo code BET, B-E-T. That'll get you a $100 deposit bonus match. So you deposit $100, they will give you a free $100 to play with. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll be back same time tomorrow morning. I think only a day show tomorrow. I mean, if we go live later, it's for one WNBA game and one NBA game. So I think I'm just going to do everything in the day at like 11 a.m., 11:30. I'll post it. So thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll post a couple more MLB bets on the website. Let's have ourselves another good night. Last night was great. Hopefully that replicates itself. Yeah, talk to you guys later.